Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general, the new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who, and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
They want to return on their investment. It's not even hard to. It's not hard to see. It's not hard to figure out. People want to return their investment. If you could put out music that influences people to do negative things and influences people to do things that society isn't appreciating or isn't accepting of, when you do things that society isn't accepting of, or that's crimes, you go to jail. Like I said, the industry has investments in the prison industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I found appalling, but it's a fact. I'm not making this up. It's not a conspiracy. This is a fact. They want to return their investment. If you could keep people doing negative things, living negatively, you can keep people's heads in the clouds, and they're going to continue falling into those traps that are out there. And every time they fall into those traps, somebody's going to get a return on their investment, because the prison industry is a business. You know, so you see that, and then you see, and then in some ways it's also an oppression of people. You know, there's all kinds of oppression, there's all kinds of slavery. There's, you know, it's physical, spiritual, and mental. What they're doing is mental enslavement. When you dumb down the people, and when you give them no hope, and when you have them abandon everything that will benefit them in life, then you are oppressing them. You have now a climate in hip-hop where people don't respect elders, or people don't respect those who came before them, the pioneers. Like, you know, people don't even respect, it's like the elders are always the ones that you're supposed to listen to and get the jewels from. Me, myself, I listen to all the elders. And I'm not just talking about the music, I'm talking about in life. Whereas in music, there's been a climate, in our genre, there's a climate of discontent between the older and the younger generation, and I tried to break that. I tried to bridge that gap, but I see that when you divide the elders from the youth, then there's going to be a void, and when there's a void, then there's chaos, and the elders are always the one that have the knowledge. So you see a great degree of disrespect for the elders. You see a great degree of disrespect for the women. If you don't respect your women, you don't respect your elders, and then you have no knowledge yourself, then you are just a shell, you know. So that's what we're dealing with right now.
Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general, the new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who, and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.